Hey everybody, it's Chase with American Vintage Adventures again, and today we are at EPCOT to do a different kind of video. I come to the parks all the time, and I am out here to bring you some of my favorite things, some of the hidden gems that I consider to be very cool things you shouldn't miss in the World Showcase. So come with me on this little tour around World Showcase at EPCOT. I got you. Let's go do this. Now, there are a couple of my favorite things that I consider hidden gems here in Germany, but one of them is at a very popular place, the Caramel Küche. Nobody ever says it right. Caramel Küche. It's a German word. It just means caramel kitchen. And inside here, everybody comes. They get the Werther's caramels. They get the caramel popcorn and everything. But I have something that I think beats all of those. We're gonna go check it out right now. The smells alone are enough to come in here for, but I'm coming in here for something in particular. Now they have everything from the very popular, what I used to call turtles, the caramel pecan cluster. They have caramel apples. They got your caramel popcorn over there ready to go. Of course, that is a big hit. I want the caramel apple cookie. Here is my favorite. All right, we have our hidden gem, one of my favorite things. It's worth coming in here for. I don't care how long the line is. You have to stop by Germany. You have to get in the caramel kitchen, and you have to try the caramel apple cookie. I'm going to turn it around so you can see it. Look at all of that goodness. Big soft cookie. It's gonna melt. It's 1,000,000 degrees outside. We're gonna have a bite.
I think this is the first one here.
Perfect every time. Apple chunks. The caramel's fresh. Perfect. The oatmeal cookie is soft, not burnt. Perfect cookie. $4. Can't beat it. It is one of my favorite things, and I think it's a hidden gem out here in the World Showcase. Now, we don't have to go very far for what I consider my next hidden gem here in World Showcase that's one of my favorite things, and that is the shop that's buried back here. It's between Caramel Küche and the beer garden restaurant, so it's easy to walk past. It's called the Steins House, I think is how you pronounce it, but it has some very cool beer steins and some other Germany themed memorabilia. Let's go check it out. This is an awesome Donald shirt. I'm cuckoo for Germany.
Ice cream.
Like I said, they have a lot of mugs, beer glasses, Oktoberfest shirts, sort of year-round. But my favorite thing in here, and something I have some of, are their steins, and one stein in particular. These steins here are handmade German beer steins. They are engraved with their number. They're a limited edition of only 2,500. And that's cool on its own. I have one of these, and you might have noticed something on top of the beer stein that kind of puts it over the top of what's really, really cool. And that is the little rock on top is actually a piece, a documented, verified piece with a certificate of authenticity inside the mug. It is a piece of the Berlin Wall. Let's have a closer look. You can see Each piece is obviously different size, got different colors on it because the wall was spray painted in so many places before it was brought down. And I love this sticker because history inside, hopefully you can read that, is an understatement. So that's very cool. I'm an 80s kid, and I'll never forget seeing Ronald Reagan stand there and say, "Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall."
Mr. Gorbachev, tear down this wall.
And seeing the Berlin Wall fall live on news, on TV, seeing the Berlin Wall fall and East and West Germany be united again. That was really the symbolic end of the Cold War, and that's sort of encapsulated in here, in that mug, back here, tucked away in Germany. Easy to miss. Back here is at the very back corner of the shop, and it's what I consider a hidden gem, this whole shop. And these are a few of my favorite things. This is definitely on the list. There's a lot of other Steins in here. We're going to take another little look around real quick, but that particular one is probably my favorite. As you can see, there are all kinds of Steins. So if you're a beer Stein collector, this is the place for you. Lots of Oktoberfest and Disney style Germany celebration. You even have Mickey. It is a Fräulein. Oh, that was Minnie. Did I say Mickey? Minnie. More Minnie gear. Mickey all decked out. Germany. Mickey, the Mickey pretzel in the German flag colors. That's cool. You got a hoodie here with Mickey. Guten Tag. Then if you continue on, you can go in here, and this is the wine cellar portion. And you can actually try wines and beers over here. You see them pouring. And then you're kind of out of the Steins House. I hope I'm saying that even close to right. But it is very cool. It's tucked back here. It's easy to miss. People go to Caramel Kucha. They go to Beer Garden. They hit the pretzel cart and the beer cart. They get their grapefruit beer. But it is easy to miss that shop and those really, really cool beer Steins. So to me, it's a hidden gem and definitely one of my favorite things. All right, on to the next. All right, so next up on my favorite things list, something that I consider a hidden gem. You might disagree because it's right here, front and center in Norway, and that is the Stedd Church. Now you can go in here, get out of the heat. It's air conditioned inside, and you can see wood carvings of gods, of Viking gods like Thor and Freya and Loki and things like that, and really kind of get immersed into the history a little bit of Norway and this Viking ancestry. And to me, that's something that's really cool because my ancestry is of pure Scandinavian and English descent. So somewhere back there, you know, I have the Viking blood. And so to me, it's really cool being a history teacher for so long. It's just something I'm really into. So it's definitely one of my favorite things. And I think it's easy to get overlooked here, especially in Norway, because you have the Frozen Ride over here. You have Akershoot's character dining. You have the Kringle Bakery with the school bread and the troll horns and stuff like that people love. So I don't think it gets the same kind of attention. But to me, it's one of my favorite things. Let's go check it out. Bet you can't guess who this is supposed to be.
Rage that
by the hammer of Thor.
Thor grabbed him and threw him into the sea.
Whoever holds this hammer, if he be worthy, will possess the power of Thor.
I could sit in a room and learn all this stuff for hours. I love it.
You should be able to tell by the smile and the smirk who that is. He's just missing his horns that Marvel gave him. That is Loki, the god of mischief. In here we have real, actual artifacts on loan from museums. Odin, the ruler of Asgard. Look at this spear. 800 to 1000 AD. So it's a little old. A figure of Odin, the one-eyed man.
What is that?
Oh, one of my favorite things, the drinking horn. Circa 1400 AD. They would have drank mead. They had a couple of different kinds of mead, if I can remember my history, and one of them is made from honey, and they drank it a lot. Here is some more actual artifacts, blacksmith tools, fishing hooks,
The creation of Midgard.
Thor.
In the beginning, there was
There's
one
actual
center of the universe from which
amulet that's to be believed to be Thor's hammer.
massive sheet of ice. Sparks of light and heat touched the edges of the ice sheet. And
A little tree. There's Midgard, or Earth. Asgard. So there's a quick little look around the Stedd Church. It is one of my favorite things. I think it's a hidden gem here. So another one of Chase's favorite things here is definitely not a hidden gem, probably. Everybody knows about it. It's the Aus Ale and the Einstock Ale here in Norway at the beer cart. And I'm going to get one right now. A toast to the Viking gods for one of my favorite things, Einstock White Ale. Drink like a Viking. All right, so next up on my Chase's favorite things in the World Showcase list, things that I consider a hidden gem, is the main gift shop here in the Great Britain Pavilion, right across from the Rose and Crown. I love this place. Let's take a look. You gotta love any place that has shirts that has Monty Python and the Holy Grail quotes.
Oh, ancient Egypt. Okay. That's Mystic Sound. That's actually more.
Cologne. Minnie Mouse dressed in her
They're on their way here.
British vest.
That one is the Mystic Sound.
You've got like sugar jars, tea jars that look like red phone booths. with Mickey and Minnie, and I love the red phone booths outside. That's really cool. Got Mickey hat. And of course, you're always going to have a Yeti style tumbler.
They're going to take it from there, and then the cedar was also they decided to bring it.
Now here's one thing they have. They have all of this candy that is actually imported from Great Britain. So this wasn't made in the USA. This, I've talked about it in another video. This candy, this chocolate, they say if you eat this chocolate, you will never eat American-made chocolate again because of the limited ingredients. It's real, true chocolate. It's not fake sugar. It's not fake additives. It is real chocolate.
I was looking to get a fruit nut bar. I'm gonna buy it anyway. I don't care.
Not be a low price. $10. Only £1.10.
Look, very limited ingredients. Just milk, chocolate, caramel, nougat, sugar, skim milk, cocoa powder, cocoa butter, sunflower oil, milk fat, whey protein, protein fat. Not a bunch of ingredients that you can't pronounce. That's the big thing. It's about 1,000 degrees, or I would buy some. It will totally melt before I can even get back to the hotel. But the theming in here, I feel like a knight, a lord. So something else you can get done in here that makes this one of my favorite things really cool is you can get your coat of arms done in here. So that's really cool. You give them your last name, they do some things, you get your coat of arms. That's really, really cool. They do it. You got your Disney workers over here, your artisans who do it. Just talk to a cast member and you can have your coat of arms done as well. Complete with some family history. Last name featured. You can go all out, get them put together, framed.
Easy enough to translate.
It's just a very cool thing that you can do in here. People don't think about doing it. It can be overlooked. Is the hidden gem? You can argue one way or the other because it is right across the street from the Rose and Crowns. I'm sure a lot of people come over here when they're waiting. But do you really dig deep? Do you really look at the things? Do you really know that you can get original coat of arms done with your last name, that you can get imported authentic chocolate from Great Britain, those kind of things? That kind of sets Disney apart, EPCOT apart. That makes this one of my favorite things. And to me, I consider it a hidden gem because if you're not digging in, you're missing out. Keep going, and you can have your very own sword. Now, they will send these up to the front. If you buy a sword or a dagger, they're not going to let you walk around with it. They're going to send it to the front, and you're going to be able to get it.
Ship it.
Or they will ship it, and you'll be able to get it that way. You're not going to be able to walk around the park with a real sword or a real dagger. But considering this is a Great Britain store, we also have Scottish and Irish stuff. And in here, we represent one of my favorite beers to drink. Oh, yes. We have Guinness. Love it. Although the turtle makes me think about the turtle in Stephen King's book, It. I don't know why, but it does. But you have all kinds of memorabilia representing Guinness. You can get you a hockey jersey, a beanie, some Guinness coffee, some Guinness sauce, some Guinness beer mugs, some dry fit Guinness rugby shirts. You can get you some Rose and Crown gear in here. I like this one, the pint of no return. Listen, we've all been there. You hit one pint too many, and it's all over again. They cranking the music up behind me. You can hear that. It's just another little thing that you can do. I love this shop. I love walking through here. To me, it's a hidden gem, and it's definitely one of my favorite things. Now, let's go on to the next. All right, finally up on my list of favorite things today is something that you probably do a lot, but you actually overlook, and I think EPCOT is a place where you don't want to overlook it, and that is PhotoPass Photographers. There are so many cool places in EPCOT's World Showcase to get a PhotoPass photo where it will look like you are in Italy. And I did that today. You'll see that here. You can look like you're in Italy like that, or you can turn around and look like you are in front of the EPCOT ball across the lagoon. Or you can look like you're in France with the Eiffel Tower in the background, or Remy's Ratatouille, or over in Norway, or China, or Japan, or anywhere in here. There are PhotoPass photographers everywhere. A lot of times they'll be with characters. There's character spots. We saw Snow White out here today. Donald is usually over in Mexico. There are lots of places to get PhotoPass photography shots here that will look great. They will be those tangible memories you can take home, put on Instagram, Facebook, Threads, Twitter, wherever you want to put them. But I think it is something that is sort of taken for granted because it's always there. But here in EPCOT, it can really look like you're in a whole other place in time, and that you traveled around the world. Try one day to go around and get as many as you can. A lot of people do drinking around the world, eating around the world challenges. Try going around and get photo passes in every place you can and keep a running log and a book of those. But that is my final thing here today. And until next time, I hope you've enjoyed some of my favorite things here in EPCOT's World Showcase. If you like this, we'll get into so many more. There's so much more. I didn't even scratch the surface on my favorite things that are kind of hidden here in the World Showcase. So if you like it, let me know. Let me know some of your favorite things to do here in World Showcase that not everybody does all the time. And until next time, this is Chase with American Vintage Adventures saying have a great AVA day, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye. We have hit the brakes right here on this outro because I have a bonus for you. Here we go. All right, we have a bonus favorite things for you. This one's cheating because it is not hidden gem. It's not under the radar. It's not even in the World Showcase. But I had to include Guardians of the Galaxy because it may be my new favorite ride of all time. Let's go blast off. If you haven't ridden Guardians, you have to make sure that you get on Guardians. I think it is the most original, unique, and just overall best roller coaster I have ever been on, and that's saying something. It is definitely on my list of favorite things. We'll call this a bonus because, like I said, it's not a hidden gem, and it's not under the radar, and it's not even in World Showcase. But if we're talking favorite things at Epcot, it's got to be in there. Here we go. Although Terry Crews told me I can't record.
Unless we cannot stop this unusually large man, then you're likely doomed. Good luck!
Useless to follow me. What is that noise?
Noise? No one's gonna stop rock and roll from existing.
What have done?
Guardians of the Galaxy.
We have no room in our ship for these new guards.
Drax, it's an honorary title. They're not coming with us.
I see. It was meaningless. Well, then welcome to the Guardians of the Galaxy. Now, where's that cake toast?
All right, that was definitely worth it. It is worth it every time. Definitely one of my favorite things. But that is like the 7th or 8th time I have been on Guardians of the Galaxy. And I know you can't see me because it's nighttime and dark. But I have gotten Everybody Wants to Rule the World every single time. So I still have not gotten any other song on the ride. Every single time, that has been that one. So I'm starting to think other songs don't exist, but it is still one of my favorite things. It's a nice bonus on this video and a night, a good way to end the night. Comment if you have had other songs. Let me know what songs you've had and let me know what you think about this list. But again, this is Chase with American Vintage Adventures, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.